Hello my kaiju collectors, Carrier Plays. I'm going to review the SH Monster Arts Monster X. And I hope you like the new setup because this is going to be very permanent. The box images are very amazing. From the bag we can see Monster X doing the initial product images that we saw a couple months back. Luckily, I pre-ordered this figure from Big Bad Toy Store. Plus shipping and handling. Okay, now from the top we have Monster X, more Monster X, a little bit of a warning sign. No children under the age of 3, cause small parts, choking hazard, lawsuits, all that great stuff. And now, let's open this figure. And here we have Monster X in its clear plastic prison, and it looks amazing just from the figure itself. It is already so well detailed, and this is just the clear package itself. Now, let's open this. I gotta edit that out. Here we have Monster X in his glory. And he is just so menacing. And this figure is so well articulated to the brim. Even his shoulders are articulated. And you can get Monster X in amazing poses for pictures. Now, those who weren't born in the early 2000s, in 2004 Godzilla Fun Wars, that was originally intended to be the last Godzilla film in 2004. The figure is amazingly sculpted based on the actual suit from Godzilla Fun Wars. From the amazing bone color, design, and look for Monster X, really gives this guy a more of a actual skeleton appearance. However, there are some parts that are a little bit more shiny than others. Most of those parts are from the rims on the skulls and the hands. In fact, if we take these hands off, relatively easy, we can see, and now, actually I think I'm gonna review Godzilla's still going. We can see the actual palm of the hand being more glossy, more like an ink base texture. The claws are very sharp, so do be mindful of that. But we do have alternate handpiece, mainly his open palm hand. So this just simply just go inside like so. Also, do be a little mindful while plugging the accessories in, cause these are no joke. Monster X has the open palm hand accessory. He can look at his hand. I honestly do not know what to do with this. So yeah, he's just looking at his hand. And Monster X's full design is completely asymmetrical. You could barely find any part that resembles the same, but a little bit different. Such as the tail. The shins to the knees, to the thighs, to the belt area, to the chest. Well, I think the chest is still the same. But to the arms. Even the skulls are completely asymmetrical from one another. Oh, you could barely tell which one is which, other than the ball joint. And if we do take the one of the shoulder parts off, thanks to a good ball joint, we can see Monster X's actual neck, and it is very haunting that Tamashii Nations actually went full on creative with the actual neck, because they could easily just like not add that part and just add like another thick neck piece for the figure, but no, just like the suit, it's going everywhere. Design. But for the sake of review, I'm gonna leave the shoulders on. Shoulder pieces, we can see every small detail they have that Tamashii Nations ever put on this figure. I say they really did a good job with having this being more of a dark color, because you know you could barely see what was inside this. And then for the skull, you can see that bright red gloss. And I give Tamashii Nations props for going full on creative with the bonish design. And I give Tamashii Nations props for the bonus texture that they have given Monster X. Even the same thing for the other shoulder part. You can tell like this specific shoulder piece looks more slim. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. And you clearly see like the cracked parts of the skull. Like it's like, you know, like every bone has like that crack effect everywhere. I don't know what it's called, but it it it's right here. It's right here. Okay, let's put the shoulder on because this looks cursed enough. And all better. And onward to the articulation, let's start with the tail first. And to the articulation, we'll start with the tail first. Now the tail is on a very like a Tamashii Nations figure. It will always have ball joints, no matter what. So we have one segment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 articulation points in the tail. And from the tail, it's already magnificent looking. It's very asymmetrical. You could barely tell which side actually starts, which one it ends, and yeah. And from the fork tail, it's on a separate piece. If I could just move the tail. Okay, so that fell. Okay. So from the tail, it moves right here, but there's no swivel movement in the the thing where the two tails shows up. And just like every all of the ball joint, you can move it, twist it, angle it. It's like a bad version of bop it. And there we go. Okay, and it will look amazing with posing, articulations, even stop motion. In fact, I'll probably make a good stop motion right now with it. If that was choppy, I'm very sorry. And onto the feet. Now the feet is relatively loose for my figure, especially on the right foot, but it is actually kind of stiff at times, also kind of loose at times. So I'll probably get a look into that. Now, just like every other foot, you get a good ball joint. You can plug it in like so. Okay, never mind. Okay. Okay. Now onto the Shin. And no, not the SH Monster Arts Fourth Night version of Shin, because we already had like 6 figures of those. The Shin is very well stiff, unlike the foot. Now the leg can actually go up all the way, like to the upper part of the bone belt piece of the suit of the figure, and you can get a little swivel movement, but that doesn't sound too safe, so I'm probably not gonna do it. So just put the leg down. It can go back that far at like maybe a 45-degree angle, I think. Yeah, probably. And for the knee piece, that shouldn't come off, so gonna plug it in like so, like nothing ever happened, like my life. Okay. Now, just like the upper thigh, it can swivel, but just a little for my figure. Yeah, just a little for my figure. And onto the chest section, we can see Monster X has abs. Probably the only kaiju who has abs other than King Caesar or 1998. I think he has abs. I don't know. And for the articulation, you get a good crunch, and I just love that bone effect. It really does remind me of the 2002 Godzilla, how it looks all shiny and almost like a pearl color, but way more of a also of a hint of silver. That's what I'm getting from this, and I just absolutely love it. Whoever thought of Monster X's design should get a raise entirely, just an endless amount of money, because I think Monster X form, like this type of Monster X, because if spoilers, this is spoilers for the movie, and Monster X to me is the most unique looking kaiju in the Millennium era, other than Kiryu, Gigan, and Godzilla, and Baragon, and Mothra. The 2001 Mothra, puffy, not the puffy Mothra. And we move on to the arms. The arms actually are on almost like a butterfly joint. Like if I move this piece right here so we all can see better, it has like a butterfly joint to it. Also, there's another piece of the actual uh, skin of the Monster X in, as you can see right there. So without that piece, the arm can move relatively a little bit more better. It can go full up, most likely a 360 if I can do this on camera. Yeah, it can. Also, it has a swivel joint. A little tight on my figure, so probably not doing that. Also, this the shoulder actually has a little ball joint to it, so it can actually swivel. So same thing with the elbows. It does have a two separate hinges. Meanwhile, Monster X hinges are relatively more stable and more of a suited for the figure, because like I know mainly many people have been kind of little upset with, oh, that's upside down, like some people are kind of upset that we just beginning repaints, a little bit of remold of Tamashi figures, and with the release of Monster X and Hedora, the new Final Wars Gigan figure with the chainsaw blades, and I believe Rodan from Singular Point, the Netflix anime series, and hopefully we can get less of a remold, more of a like a Baragon. When are we gonna get those figures? I'm still waiting on Varan. He's the most underused kaiju ever. At least Baragon was in a movie. And last but not least, besides that little rant, is Monster X's main head. Now, I will admit, at first I was a little bit worried about with the horns because I thought they were going to get a little bent because due to the shipping. Well, not saying like the shipping was bad because of Big Bite Toy Store, but I'm saying like, some figures tend to warp in a very hot environment in a small container being shipped from one location to another location. But I think I might be wrong on that. And as we can see from Monster X's main middle face, we can see how well detailed it is. How like he could have weird looking bat ears, like a more of a fleshy jaw with more of a human like teeth. I think that's more awesome. And many of y'all have been wondering about the size comparison. Well, good thing you didn't say anything about it, because I was going to bring it up. Size comparison, here we have Bandai Movie Monster Series Gigan. I'm pretty sure that's kind of not the right size, but it's kind of accurate for me, so that's good. And here we have Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong, my most viewed YouTube video ever. And I'm very glad for that. And here we also have NECA's 2016 Shin Godzilla. And NECA's 2014 Godzilla. Also Mechagodzilla. Also King Ghidorah from G&K. Also King Caesar. And last but not least, Godzilla from Godzilla Final Wars. If you want to get into the SH Monster Arts line, then 2004 and Monster X is the perfect choice for you to have to start and to continue on your collection with Godzilla figures. There's also Haya and Kong, so those will probably be sold out. Also, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, press that bell, because I don't know what the bell does, but there's a bell. So, I know Christmas is coming up and a lot of good kaiju stuff is going on, like Gamera having his own anime trilogy, not trilogy, but series. Kiryu is getting his own Soul of Chogokin SH Monster Arts upgrade, so gonna spend $250 on it, but money is getting well spent either way. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I know Thanksgiving has passed and Christmas is literally about a day away. So, happy late Thanksgiving and early Christmas. Until next time, Kiryu Plays, signing out.